Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be doing another walkthrough on a HackTheBox machine, and this is a Windows one called Cicada. So if you guys are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and share. Let's have some fun and start some hacking. All right, folks, so here we go. We're on our desktop now. So the machine is called Cicada. So it is a Windows machine, and the information on this machine, if we come over here, let's go ahead and scroll this in a little bit. It's an easy machine. It's a Windows box that focuses on beginner Active Directory enumeration and exploitation. In this machine, players will enumerate the domain, identify users, navigate around shares, uncover plain text passwords stored in files, execute a password spray, and use SE backup privilege to achieve full system compromise. So that's pretty much what we have to do. So we're going to go about doing that. So at this machine, or my IP address at this machine is 10.129.161.181. So I did start a scan just to, for time's sake. Oh, not that, that's the VPN. Sorry about that. So if I do an ls here, I can see the cicada.txt. So if I cat that out, we're gonna go over this in a sec. So let's come all the way up. So I just did a basic Nmap scan with a basic script scan, service scan, T4, and I did an export to the Cicada. So I did have to reboot the machine because it was going really slow, and that's why I got a new IP address. But an IP address is whatever. So we have DNS, we have 88, which is Cobros, 135, 139, 389, which is LDAP, and then we have 636, I believe, which is LDAP-S, 445, which is the shares, and so much more, right? So the first thing you always want to do, you see here cicada.htb, you want to go ahead and throw this into your host file. I already did that, so if I just cat etc hosts, we can see it right down here. This is my IP address and it's pointing to cicada.htb. Okay, so now what I want to start doing, which I promised myself, I want to start documenting and creating my own little walkthroughs again. I need to get in the habit of that. So I already did the Nmap scan. I threw that in here. And the next thing we're going to do is a SMB client. We're going to use SMB client, and we're just going to go ahead and copy this really quick, just so I don't have to rerun this. And then I want to paste it here. What is this showing me? This is showing me the share names, the type, and a comment. So we see two, dev and HR. So what is this telling me? This is telling me that there's two shares on this server, on this DC, that may have content in there. Maybe some documents, maybe some scripts, maybe some, I don't know, Excel spreadsheets, who knows, maybe some juicy information, right? So now what we have to do is we have to be able to see the contexts that are in those shares. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to just hit the up arrow /HR, but I want to go ahead and remove the L, okay? And then once we get this, we have access. So let's go ahead and just do an ls, and now we see this notice from hr.txt. So if I copy this and I get space, and I'm gonna pull that down to my local machine. So if you come down here, I want to go ahead and if I do an ls here, now we see this content, the content of that file down here. So now we can just exit here. I know I have two of them, two terminals, because I just wanted to make it a little easier. And over here I have my IP address just in case I need that. All right, so now let's cat this out, see what's cooking in here. Okay, so if we come all the way up, we can see welcome new hire, welcome to the Cicada Corp. We're thrilled to have you join our team, etc. So we have a default password here. So let's go ahead and just copy this. All right, so we're going to go ahead and copy this, and we're going to throw this in our notes. So we're going to go ahead and password found on HR file. All right. Okay. Let's do ahead and hit enter. All right. And then let's go ahead and paste that here. Okay. So we are cooking. Let's keep it going. All right. So let's keep going. So now we have a password, but we don't have any usernames that are associated with anything, right? We have to start enumerating for users. So what we can do this a few different ways. We can use netexec. We can use, but I'm just going to use netexec. So let's do I think netexec is installed yet. All right, so SMB, because we know SMB is enabled, cicada.htb. And then we're going to do -u. We can just do guess for an example. And then we're going to do -p for password. There's no password at this very moment. And then we're going to do a rid brute, B-R-U-T-E. Okay, and let's see if this goes. And let's see what we get. All right, something errored out. Did I do something wrong? Let's see, guess, password, -- brute. I think this is correct. Did I do something wrong? Let me just copy this and paste it down here just so I don't lose it and see what I'm doing. SMB cicada.htb -u whatever guessed -- rid -brute. I'm not sure why this argument SMB argument blah blah. All right, give me 1 sec. Let me see something. And all right, let me do this way then. I want to go ahead and just put username. I don't know if this is going to make a difference. Let's like type in anonymous here for a second. Anonymous. Okay. -p. Let's see if this works. Do I get anything now? No. What is going on? How come it's not working? Let's do this. I don't know if this is going to make a difference. All right, there we go. All right, so that's fine. So what I want to do is I want to do that again, and I want to throw it down here. I guess Parrot uses something different. On my Kali, I just use netexec, but let's just go ahead and throw that down here and see what's up. All right, so we have some users here, right? We can see that here, and once it's done, we have these SID users. So what we need to do is we can make a file with these usernames. So let's just go ahead and do this really quick. I'm just going to go ahead and copy this. And I'm going to throw this in our notes. Let's come back to the notes. And I'm just going to put users. And I want to actually just delete some of this. And whoa, I think this is Sarah, right? I don't know why this. Okay, so let's go ahead. Okay, so let's go ahead and just whack this. I just want to make it all. Let's try to make this all good to go. All right, so let's go ahead and just delete this and delete this. I don't know if there's a faster way. If there is, put it in the comments, because I'm a little slow with this stuff. I know what I'm doing sometimes, whoops. But I think there's probably faster ways to do this, but I don't do this on a daily basis. I'm not a true hacker. I'm just someone that's hanging out. All right, so now we have these users, right? So now let's go ahead and let's actually take this out too. I just want to make it as simple as possible. And let's just whack that and then get David. And then Dev, I don't think Dev's needed in here. And let's get Emily. Was there anyone else? There's David. Let me see if there's more. Let's go back here for a second. So there's Michael, David, Emily, John, Sarah. So, oh, John is missing. So what is John? All right, so let's just copy this. And just throw John at the bottom. Okay, cool. So now we have some users. Let's go ahead and copy this. And now what we can do is we can make a file. So let's do nano users.txt, and then we can paste that there and save that, okay? Now we can cat users and boom. Okay, so it looks like we're golden there. So we have our users. Now we have something to tinker with, right? So we have a password that we can spray, right? So now what we can do is utilize that. So let's just go ahead and hit NXC, SMB, and then Cicada dot HackTheBox, and then dash users, and then the password is going to be what we found here, right? So we're going to spray this because we don't know the username yet, right? We don't know the user that has this password because it just said dear user or new hire. It didn't give a name. Okay, so if we hit enter here, we can go ahead and see what happens. And let's give this a moment to see if we get anything. All right, so we did. I'm actually going to run this because it's a little hard to make out. So let's go ahead and copy this, and I'm going to do it down here just so it's a little easier to see and make sense of it. All right, so we have right here, this is good, right? This one has a red dash. That means the credentials didn't work, but we have a match with Michael. So Michael, I want to copy his credentials, throw it into here. I want to put creds that worked. All right, and then I want to paste that here. All right, so that's pretty much the password portion. And now what we need to do, and we can see now, trying to think what else can we do. So now we can just use those credentials and see if there's any other user information. So for an example, inside of Active Directory, you can put comments or you can put stuff in descriptions where me as a system admin, I used to do this, right? I used to put my information or like, okay, we have a new SQL admin account, right? For a SQL database. I would put the password in the description thinking the sysadmins are the only ones that can see that. But we're wrong. Now that I'm doing some offensive security, doing some penetration testing, we can see this is a big no-no, and we're going to see this now. All right, so let's go ahead and let's do up arrow, and I want to use these credentials, and I want to do -- users, and then what I need to do is I need to I'm not going to use users, I'm going to go ahead and use the user information for Michael, right? So I want to use all of this, copy this bad boy, and I want to paste it here. So what am I doing? I'm doing the same command, but I'm specifying Michael's user, what is password, and I want to authenticate to see if there's any other users that are there that gives me any other juicy information. So we'll give this a second to cook. While that's cooking, I want to get some green tea. I haven't even opened it yet. So what, we're like 13 minutes in. I wanted to mention this in the beginning, and I totally forgot, and I just remembered. So when I first did this machine, there's someone that I know that, I'm super grateful. If you ever watch this video, you know who you are. I'm super grateful to know him, call him a friend, and have him on my side. He pwned this machine in 4 minutes. Okay? And I just cut my hair, so now I think I got hair in my ears, even after I took a shower. So he was like, oh, let's see how long you do it, how long it takes you to do it. So once I did it, it took me like 26 minutes to complete this box when I did it in October. And obviously, I don't think I'm going to beat that. Or maybe I will, because now I'm explaining what I'm doing. But this kid did this box in 4 minutes. It took me 4 minutes just to run the Nmap scan. So sexy pants, kudos, keep it up. All right, so let's get back to business. So here we have, let's go ahead and do shift. Let's see if I can, all right. Let's see if I can, my big head's in the way. So, but anyhow, I want to show you this in a second. So we can see these, right? We can see the usernames. So we have a description here with David. So I want to go ahead and highlight and copy David's user, okay? And I want to go ahead and put David's credentials here. Let's paste that there. And let's go ahead and just bring this up. And then I want to bring this, I want to bring the whole description so you can see it. Let me go ahead and do that. And then paste. So the description says, just in case I forget my password, it or is this art, whatever. So now we have a password. Let me actually just remove all this stuff. So I don't need that. Okay, so now we have this username and password for David. So now we could probably try to authenticate to other stuff. So maybe let's come back here. And if I remember correctly, we can do SMB client, and then cicada.hackthebox/ and then we're going to do dev, right? Because dev we already did the HR, so the other share was dev. So let's go ahead and just do that. And whoops, let's not do that. We have to get David's. So let's go back and we can come down. We can do, I'm actually going to put this here. Whoops. Come on. You can do it. CICDAD or ADA dot hackthebox/. Okay, so I want to go ahead and take these credentials or this username. Let's come over here and we're going to go ahead and paste this here. Okay. So now it's probably going to ask for a password, and now we have a password to authenticate, right? So let's go ahead and give that a jingle, see what's up. All right, paste it, and bada bing, ls. Now we have a different file, right? We have this script, backup script, which we can try to get that. Let's go ahead and get backup script. Let's pull that down to our local machine. And I really hate that this mic is right in my eyes. Okay, so let's come up here and do an ls, and the file is right here. Perfect, cool deal. So now we can cat that out, cat backup, and let's see what's up in here. Okay, so inside here we have a username, Emily Oscars, and there's a password string here. Okay, so we have more credentials now. We have Emily, so let's go ahead and copy Emily's, and more creds. Okay, let's go ahead and paste this here. And then let's go back to and let's go ahead and get this password here. Copy this, bring this over here. Okay, perfect. Awesome. So now what we can do is try to authenticate with these credentials. So just for the sake of time, when I first did this machine, I used all the credentials to try to use Evil WinRM. But like I said, for the sake of time, Emily is the winner chicken dinner. Okay, so let's go back here and let's go ahead and exit out of here. And we're going to use Evil, or if I can spell Evil WinRM, and then -i cicada.htb-user, and then paste that here. Whoops. I don't know why I pasted like that. Oh, did I not copy Emily? Maybe not. Let's go ahead and copy Emily. Paste that here. Okay. And then we're going to use this password that we just found and this Q to T. Let's go ahead and bring that over here. And let's see if we get in. There we go. We are in. ls cd ... ls cd desktop ls user.text, right? So that is the user flag. So we got the first flag. Okay. So now if we remember from here, let's go ahead and go back to the hack the box for a second here. Let's go back to the information, because I just want to try to break down exactly what we did to try to convey that and I like to teach this because it reinforces it for me too. So what we did was we did Active Directory enumeration. We exploited it in this machine. We enumerated the domain. We found the users. We navigated around dev and HR. We uncovered some plain text passwords stored in files, which was the PowerShell script and the TXT. And then we sprayed that around, and now we're in. So now we're going to go ahead and try to see if we can leverage this SE backup privilege. So let's come back here for a second, and we can do who am I /priv. All right, so we can see here, just like it said in the description. So we're going to go ahead and copy this and go out to the interwebs. Oh, not there. I already have it open. My bad. I'm so used to Kali. I'm still getting used to Parrot. I switch over to Parrot just to exploit. Wow, this is really bright. All right, so me personally, I used Hacking Articles. I love his work. I've learned so much from this guy, Raj. So I just going to do the same thing and how I did it when I went through this. All right, so let's come down. Obviously, this is not a Windows 10 machine. We did it on a domain controller, but the concept is still the same. All right, this is like setting it up. This is like, we just want to be able to exploit. So let's come down to exploiting. So exploiting Windows 10. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and cd to C colon / with the root of, and then we're going to make a directory called temp, and then we're going to go ahead and save the HK or the HKLM SAM to this file or this folder, and then we're also going to do the system. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and cd, and then let's give that a second, mkdir temp, and then cd to temp. Okay, so let's make that, and then let's go ahead and just copy this and paste it. And okay, it's successful. Perfect. Let's go ahead and copy this, paste, successful. All right, let's keep it going. And then with cd, and then we're going to go ahead and download these files to our local machine. Let's go ahead and download that to my local machine. Let's come back over here, and then we'll download the system. And let's go ahead and download that. This one might take a little bit, because if you come back up here, I didn't do an ls, but that's fine. This is a little bigger. This is a little bigger of a file, so we'll give that some time to cook. So far, man, oh man, I still got damn hair in my ears, I think, and it's driving me bonkers. It's really driving me crazy. And so once this is actually done, let's see. Let's go back to our privesc. So once we download those, now we can extract the Hive's secrets from the SAM and system file with PyPyCats. I think I actually use PyPyCats. I don't know if, let's see if PyPyCats is installed on Parrot. So I guess we can use secrets dump as well, but let's apt install, see if we can install it. No? Oh man. All right, no worries. We can do it another way. We can just use secrets dump. Let me make sure in packets on here, because like I said, let's do secrets dump. Okay, cool. So yeah, all right. So that's gonna work. So let's do an ls. We should have system and SAM here, but it's about 85%. But I guess we can start the command. Let's just hit inpacket. This is inpacket because I'm a slow typer anyway. Secrets. And then dash SAM, which is SAM, dash system, and system. And then we're going to do local. Okay, so that's going to be the command, and we'll see if that works shortly. Okay, so both files are on my machine now. The moment of truth, let's hit enter here and pray that we get it. Perfect. Bada bing, bada boom. How you doing? All right, so now we just have to take this hash right here. And if I want to go ahead and just, let me just copy this. And see, I'm not the best at taking notes. You see, I already forgot to take notes. So hash for administrator. Okay, so let's just try to do, all right, so let's do, let me get out of here. Actually, let me just do this, exit here, and then let me hit the up arrow, and then I want, instead of a password, we're gonna use a hash, and I think I am still, okay, perfect. And then let's go ahead and just use administrator. Administrator, bada bing. And we are in. How you doing? All right, so we can do cd dot dot, cd desktop, and then ls, and then we have the root flag right there. So that is it. That's how you compromise and utilize these tools and leverage all the cool stuff that Cicada has to offer on Hack the Box. So thank you so much. And if you have any questions for this video, leave it in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.